Welcome to Math 155. Section 9.1, Understanding Personal Finance. So in this lecture video, just quickly do a couple example regarding to personal budget. Now, I have other problems in a different video of 9.1. Also talk about a little bit about personal budget. So try not to dwell on too much about personal budget. So I'm going to just write a couple of things down once I did these two problems. All right. So this word called the net income. All right. Got to understand the word net income is basically referring to the money that you bring home from your paycheck, which is your gross income minus all the taxes and maybe minus all the insurance that you have to pay on your paycheck. Okay. So whatever you bring home is called the net income. All right, and I will refer back to this word here just in a minute while I'm writing a couple of things down about personal budget. All right, so let's take a look at some example here that you'll be doing on the homework. Use the information provided in a given table, determine how much monthly income will be necessary to budget in order to cover the expenses of attending a local college for 9 months. Okay, this is for 9 months period or academic year. Run your answer to the nearest cents when necessary. So basically, all right, the budget category here are the fees, room and board, book supply, transportation, personal, like food and things like that, money we want to spend, health insurance, and loan fees. So basically, in order to figure out what is the necessary monthly budget just to go to college for 9 months, we need to figure out exactly how much money that we need to actually spend and then divide it by the 9 months. Then we can figure out what every month is going to be. So all I'm going to do here is just type in these numbers and add them all up and see what my total expense is going to be. And then we can divide by the 9 months. So 8444 plus 14432 plus 1486 plus 1118 plus 1728 plus 881 plus 189. All right, so my total expense is going to be $28,278. All right, so this is a total expense. So in order to budget this for the next 9 months, so we will divide it by 9. All right, so that means I need to budget monthly $3,142. That's what I need to budget. All right, let's try another one. Lucy has a job where she has a take-home salary each month of $1,300. So this $1,300 representing the take-home money. Okay, so this is just another word for net income. If Lucy wants to spend no more than 15% of her monthly take-home salary on her car payments, how much can she afford? So this is a budgeting issue. So if I know I only bring home $1,300 and I don't want to spend no more than 15% on the car payments, so as you can recall, part is equal to percent times the whole. So this equation that I showed you before, this is what we're going to do. So no more than 15% of the take home. So we take the percent times the whole amount of bring home income. So that means she can afford, let's say 1,300 times by 0.15. So she can afford about $195. Okay, so it's an estimation. Okay, this is an estimation of what she want to spend based on her income. All right. So when it comes to budget, most of the people and most of the household already do budgets. Okay, but one of the trick is to be able to write it down. Okay, your expenses. A lot of people tend to avoid writing it down. If you ever get paid twice a month, okay, or weekly, and the first week paycheck goes to the rent, the second week of paycheck go to car payment, you basically is already doing a budget already, okay? So what you want to do is be able to write it down, and that's the most catchy part because because when people write down exactly what they need to spend, okay, they tend to get a little bit scared. In other words, couldn't believe that they actually spend that much money. Okay, so basically, when it comes to writing down the budget, okay, this is what I call the cash flow or the cash flow. All right, you need to include the very basic. Okay, you got to have number one, um, ENEMG, emergency fund. Okay, emergency fund. Okay, things does happen, so that means we want to. What you want to do is set aside X amount of dollar. Okay, every month just in case of emergency happens. All right. Charity is very important. Okay. Charity is very important, whether it's for giving to church or it's always good to give. Okay, that's basically a healthy cash flow, a healthy budget, always including charity. It's always good to, always feel good to give. Okay, all right. Now let's come to the big items. All right, your rent or mortgage. Gotta know your rent, mortgage. We can't even spell the word right. All right. Utility. Let me just be more specific. Okay, light bill. Gotta have a light bill. Gotta pay the light bill. Another category other than light bill is water. If you gotta pay water, some people don't have to pay water. It depends on where you live. But basically, what I'm gonna write down here is household. Okay, the concept is secure your house, secure your four walls. If you are falling behind on your rent, light bill, or water bills, things like that, then psychologically, you feel even more stressed. Okay, you got to be able to, have a place to, have a roof over your head. Lights are on. Okay, with running water for you to have a good state of mind to actually be able to get up every morning, go to work, and things like that. Okay, secure the four walls is what we actually call it here. And phone. This is not your cell phone. This is actually your basic communication. Okay, this is not your $100 cell phone bills. These are just basic landline. Okay, these are what we so called the necessity. Now anything after that, then you gotta pay your car insurance or any type of insurance. Okay, make sure we budget it in. And normally when we budget, for these items, this is always using take-home money or the net income. All right. And don't forget food. Okay, budget for food because you don't want to mix your food money, okay, with your utility bills. Okay, that actually, you don't want to get them all mixed. Because you don't want to go to the grocery store shopping for food that you got to eat and then accidentally actually give the grocery store your light bill. Okay. All right. Gotta have food. Gotta have, food is a big thing. Another big item here, and everybody does this different. Okay. This is just very, very basic. Car payment. This is about the only debt that I listed as towards the top, okay? Because a lot of, can you imagine not having car payments? If you do have a car payment right now, okay, got to pay your car payment, otherwise you can't get to work. All right, and then your other debt, okay? Now, the best way to do with debt, like credit card debts, any type of those kind of debt is list all your debts, okay? So by simply write down the amount of money, okay, by simply write down the amount of money that you're actually spending, okay, every, the money that you need to go out the door, once you write it down on paper, it does kind of give you a sense of structure, sense of organization. That hey, I know this money got to go out, okay, and this is what we bring in. So you know how much money you bring in. If you also know how much money is going out, it makes the cash flow plan a little bit easier to handle. So I personally get paid once a month. So I pay all my utility bills, okay, my four-wall bills at the beginning of every month. All right. So these are just simple things I want to mention. I don't want to drag onto this too long. Normally, if this class will be a face-to-face class, I tend to ask students to. I actually have a better table here for a student to fill it out. Okay, and they don't share with me. They actually just share among. Basically, I just ask the student to write it down, talk with their spouse in class, just to begin to talk about money, okay, the household cash flow or individual cash flow. All right, that will conclude this quick video on personal budget, okay, with 2 examples. Thank you for watching.